Hey everybody, welcome. It's Chris here, and this is Daily Reflections with Chris. So welcome back, everybody. I know it's been a hot minute since I got on here, but I just wanted to come on here today. I felt motivated. I felt inspired. I felt, feeling like it was time to get back on to this YouTube channel. It's called Daily Reflections with Chris. So those of you who are new to it or just falling upon this channel, what I do here is I talk a little bit about my experience, strength, and hope and recovery. And I use this book, The Daily Reflections, just to kind of keep it in some kind of line or some kind of check, or just to kind of keep it in some kind of little box, so I don't get all over the place with my experience, strength, and hope, right? So today we're going to talk about our children, okay? So today's entry is from September the 26th. And as those of you who know, I still have my two dogs that love to bark, especially Kimberly. She's like on one of those moods today where she wants to bark all day. So she's barked a lot today. So excuse me if it gets a little annoying, but I'll try to keep her as quiet as possible, okay? So September the 26th, today's entry is called Our Children. The alcoholic may find it hard to reestablish friendly relations with his children. In time, they will see that he is a new man, and in their own way, they will let him know it. From that point on, progress will be rapid. Marvelous results often follow such a reunion. And that's from Alcoholics Anonymous, page 134. While on the road to recovery, I received a gift that could not be purchased. It was a card from my son in college saying, "Dad, you can't imagine how glad I am that everything is okay. Happy birthday. I love you." My son had told me that he loved me before. It had been during the previous Christmas holidays when he had said to me while crying, "Dad, I love you. Can't you see what you're doing to yourself?" I couldn't, choke with emotion. I had cried, but this time, when I received my son's card, my tears were tears of joy, not desperation. Wow. So this is the 9th month, and we're talking a lot about the 9th step, which says that we made amends, right, to such people wherever possible, except when to injure them, except when to do so will injure them or others. And we talked about direct amends, indirect amends, living amends, financial amends. And they come in all shapes and sizes. They come in all forms, right, of these amends. It's not just like one size fits all. It's very detailed to each individual person. It's detailed to the people I was in a relationship, like my partners. It's detailed to my nieces. It was detailed to my mother. It was detailed to my sister. Detailed to my aunts and uncles. It's detailed to the people that I work with. So my one amends does not fit all. Well, in this particular amends, what it's talking about is talking about our children, right? And in this book, there's a chapter. It's called The Family Afterwards. And it doesn't mean the family afterwards, like let's first everything else and then the family, right? The family comes afterwards. No. People don't misunderstand that. People joke around a lot, and it's great. It's great to joke around, but it could be hurtful, right? So the family afterwards means this is what the family is gonna look like once that the alcoholic has now sobered up, right? And one of the misconceptions, or one thing that really happens, it's kind of it's deep. It's like once the family member gets sober, it's like, oh, the family feels a certain way. The family feels like oh, now you're sober, now you want us to treat you a certain way, now you want us to tell you I love you, now you want us to invite you everywhere, now you want us to spend time with you. The family's still resentful, right? So it takes a minute. Sorry, man, my dog, she's crazy. I'm about to spank her, but sorry. So anyway, so dad or mom or whoever, me, auntie, what I learned, or what I had to learn the hard way, is like, man, these people are not going to just hurry up and trust me just because I got sober, just because I haven't drank in 10 days. I mean, come on. I got to be trusted again. The family's got to know that Dad's not gonna turn around tomorrow and spend all the rent money on alcohol or sell all the meat for drugs, right? So it's undoing the old reputation and building a new reputation, building new relationships with my family, building new relationships with those about me, that they could finally say, hey, you know what? When Chris says he's going to do something, he does it. When he says he's going to show up, he shows up. He hasn't called in for work in a while. He doesn't make up lies to not come. He doesn't go home early. He works. He comes in early and leaves late. He's a really hard worker. Man, he's been, now I've been 4.5 years without drinking. I mean, people are relying on me now. People can trust me now. People still, and I'm not perfect in every way, folks. There's still some stuff that I'm working on, right? But for the most part, I'm not the person that I was on day one. The first day I got sober. I'm not that same person. I'm a whole new person. So people treat me different. And I remember one of the things my mom said a couple of Christmases ago, because it's talking about Christmas holiday, right? And a couple of Christmases ago, not right before she passed away, maybe a couple of Christmases before she passed away, she said, man, Chris, she says, what do you give somebody who has everything? And I was like, what? She's like, you have everything, Chris. I don't know, what can I possibly give you that you don't already have? And I was like, whoa, I never thought I was that guy. I never thought I would ever be that guy. That when people look at me, they say, oh man, he has everything. I thought, man, I didn't even see the change within myself to that extent. But my mom did, and the people around me do. My nieces, they love me, man. Any chance that I get to talk with them, and I tell them, I was like, man, I've been awful, but I want to make them right. Tell me what can I do? And they're like, Chris, you're like the best uncle ever. Like, we love you so much, right? And all those relationships, man, they matter to me today. They didn't matter back then. Drinking mattered, drugging mattered, women mattered, money mattered, all this other stuff mattered back then. And it really, this program has changed me into somebody where, until man, it's like, none of that stuff matters. I want to spend time with them. I want to go eat pizza with them. I want to hang out. But it comes with time. There will be a time, in the big book, in the other big book, for those of you who read the Bible, it says that there's a time for laughter and a time for crying and a time for mourning and a time for dancing and a time for singing. That there's a time for everything. Well, in this book too, if you read in the Family Afterwards, it says that we're going to spend time together or apart, depending on what the time is. So even though I'm not always there with them physically, a phone call, an I love you, a postcard, a $20 bill just because, I mean, those are the kind of little things that I can do today that help show my nieces and my nephew, I love you. I care about your well-being. Right? And all those things, I was so oblivious to all those things, man. All my mindset was like, I don't have enough to give you. I don't have enough time. What are you going to say if I call you? You're going to hold it against me that I was a drunk for most of my life, right? And all those things I learned through the steps, especially through the 9th step, where all the promises come true, or in the 9th step, right? It says fear of people and of economic insecurity will leave us. That's one of the promises. So I don't fear my nieces anymore. I don't feel relationships anymore. I don't feel economic insecurity as much, right? Why? Because this program has changed me. This is the joy of it. Those are those tears that I cry right now. Tears of joy that I could that I'm sober today. I haven't found it necessary to drink. I don't want to drink. I'm gonna go see if I can make some extra money, right? Because for those of you who don't know, I was sick. I was sick last week. I had COVID and I didn't work all week. So it's time to get back at it. Time to replenish. Thank God I didn't eat for nothing. I had plenty of food. I had Jello. I had Gatorade, 7-Up, Campbell soup. I mean, and people who were checking on me. So I had plenty. Thanks be to God, but financially, I still gotta make sure that the bills get paid, and that we have enough for next month. So I do have to put a little bit of effort. I love to work. It's kind of more fun right now because I'm kind of like my own boss, and I get to venture out and do new things and make money different ways. Sometimes I make it real quick, and sometimes it's slowly, but I don't give up. I keep pushing. I keep giving it everything, and leave the outcome up to God. And I know that He's with me, so He's never gonna let me down. But I'm really grateful to be back on here with y'all. I hope you got something out of this reading. Please, if you're new to recovery, or maybe you're trying it again, maybe you went out and drank and kind of not working out, but you want to get back to recovery, jump on in anytime you're ready. Just jump back in, man. There's no you didn't miss nothing. Come on back in. You might have missed a few days and a few nights and some money and all that stuff. You might be in jail now. Who knows? I don't know your situation, but the recovery is always here. As soon as you're ready, just come on back. That's what they told me. They said, Chris, keep coming back no matter what. And that's what I did. The 2 times that I fell off, or that I went back out thinking that, oh man, this time it's gonna be different, and it wasn't different. I came back and they received me. They said, Chris, welcome home, have a seat, let's have coffee, let's talk, why? Because this addiction it's too much for somebody by themselves. Can't do it alone, sister, can't do it alone, brother, friend. Please, if you need help, reach out to me. I can help you find some recovery in your neighborhood, hopefully. If not, get out the directory or look around in your neighborhood, see if there's somebody out there got a meeting or something somebody can go hang out with and just have coffee and talk about stuff. Maybe you want to go to church. Hey, find a church. Church is good too, man. So whatever it is you're feeling today, know you're not alone. I am here with you. My tears are tears of joy. I'm very excited to be on the path that I am today. I know that I got on this video for a reason. If anything, just to smile at your face and for you to smile back. But I love you all. I hope that you guys will tune in tomorrow. But if not, keep on tuning in. And we'll see you again, okay? All right, folks. Bye-bye.